Well, I'm back now. I got so wrapped up in that race video, I forgot the most important thing I was going to tell you. And so here's just a small clip to let you know. Brief recap. I told you how our son and daughter-in-law had gone from Colorado Springs to Phoenix to run in each one of them a race. Okay. Told you just a little bit about what happened, but I forgot the most important thing. All right? And that occurred while my son was running. I told you he took a tumble at mile either 12 or 18, one of the two, and cut himself up and banged himself up pretty good. He was going to quit at 30, and he wasn't going to go the whole 60 miles, all right? So what we found out a little bit later was he had two friends, one who had come to run the race and the other that came as a pacer. You want to remember that. And what the pacer does is they just run alongside a person and they keep them on track and make sure that they don't have any negative thoughts or other things going on. And anyway, this pacer was with our son's other friend and was keeping him on track. Well, of course, our son, he made 30, and he was talking about quitting. And anyway, his friend who was running in the race told the pacer, said, "Look, you go back and you hang with him, okay? Don't let him quit." And so the other guy ran on, and the pacer dropped back with our son and helped him get all the way to the end of the race. John, why is that important? Well, it's important for this reason. As the church, I'm going to be blunt, we tend to shoot our wounded. It's like, well, they're not going to make it. Let's just finish them off right here. When instead of shooting our wounded, we should be having people come alongside of them and pace them and help them over their difficulties, over their obstacles, over their hurts, over everything else. We want them to make it. We don't want them to just fall by the wayside and, that's it. It's been many years ago. I was watching an old Vietnam War flick, and the guys were walking through a rice paddy, and about this time a guy stepped on a landmine, heard it click. And what always struck me was the lieutenant or whoever was leading that group just looked at the other guys, pointed at the one who had stepped on mine, and says, "He is a dead man. So get away from him. Leave him alone. Let's keep going." And, that's pretty shocking right there. Well, luckily the guy had a friend. And he said, "Man, I'm going to try and help you out of this." So they knew it was like a pressure mine. As long as there was pressure on it, it wouldn't go off. So I forget what they got, but they got something that seemingly heavy, and they traded his foot off and the heavy thing on. Now, it wasn't heavy enough to keep it from blowing up, but it gave them enough time to get away, enough that they weren't injured at all. And I think in the church we just tend to say, well, they're gone. Nothing we can do about it. When in fact we're compelled. The love of Christ compels me. That's what Paul said. We're compelled to help them. We're all running this spiritual race, running it here in the context of life, and our finish line is in heaven one day. We need somebody to pace us. I was just thinking, our church here in Killeen has been asking for people who want to be discipled and people who will disciple. And essentially what you're doing is you're going to be a pacer. You're going to help them. You could use the word mentor either, but let's just stay with the racing lingo and pacer. Somebody who'll, keep pace with them. Won't get ahead, won't get behind, but stay right next to them and help them in their race. If they fall down, pick them up. If they start thinking negatively, think positively. Put positive thoughts in there. If they get looking too far ahead, help them focus on the present right here. Wow, that's a good word for us today. So I just want to encourage you, as you run this race, you need a pacer who will help you through. Find somebody that you can trust, somebody that you can share confidential things with, someone who will stick by you through thick and thin. And then you're in your own life. Find someone who will run with you. Help you as you take each step of this journey, and they'll give you grace, and they'll encourage you to finish the race and finish strong. Okay. All right. Well, Lord bless you. I'm sorry I missed that part, but there it is, and I hope it's a blessing to you in Jesus' name. See you later.